Hello and welcome back to Mac at the Movies. This week on my weekly VHS rewind, the film Valley Girl. It's been a little while since I've seen this. I would probably say it's been about 3 years, if memory serves me. Before that, it had been about 2 years, maybe another 3 years since I had seen it prior to that. I remember first seeing this as a midnight movie at the Belcourt Theater in Nashville, Tennessee, and I used to go to the midnight movies all the time. I didn't care what was playing. It was just a lot of fun going to the midnight movies, and this was one of them that I went to go see. I almost didn't go because I didn't think it was going to be all that great. I had only ever heard of it and didn't know what it was about, and then I just went. So sometimes you just go. But this is the flick I'm gonna watch this week on the old VHS and the VCR on the tube TV. So now that I got all this set up, I'm gonna tune up the old snow angels here and get this thing started. It's one thing I found weird about this is it's a very small roll of tape in there. I guess it's on that long player, whatever it is, but usually you got a fair amount of tape in there. But the first time I watched this, I was concerned that I had only gotten half the movie. But I'm gonna go ahead and put that in, get that started. Got a Jarritos today, product of Mexico, a fruit punch soda. I've never had this before, but I saw fruit punch and I was like, I haven't had anything fruit punch in quite some time. So, not bad. So, I'm gonna dig into this, get into this movie, and watch with the kittens. This one likes to climb on curtains, so. But no previews, going right into the feature presentation, so we'll see you after the flick. Bye. All right, and we're back. So, got this little one right here. She's getting all tuckered out. She was falling asleep in my arms here while I was watching the movie. And I'm sure she's about ready to curl up in bed, so. She likes to sleep by the feet, I guess, keep warm. So I'm gonna put her down, and I have him right here. This big old fella. He's my best buddy. He's my best buddy. This is Bill, and he sat here and enjoyed the movie with us. So I'm gonna put him back down. I'm sure he's getting a bit tired himself. It's getting that time. I think it's almost 2 a.m. here, and I'm a night owl. I can never go to sleep when I'm supposed to, and I take odd naps that keep me up until 2 a.m. So I end up watching movies quite often. But Valley Girl, let's hit that rewind and get into this, shall we? And it's rewinding incredibly slowly, so I may not have to rush any of this review. But got the character of Randy, played by Nick Cage, and he is falling head over heels for the character Julie in this film. I'm not sure who that is. Deborah Foreman. She goes to a high school in the Valley. He goes to a high school in Hollywood. Real, other side of the track type story. It's sort of a concern that she's slumming it with him, but he's head over heels for her. So you have this whole storyline with, her ex-boyfriend trying to get back in her good graces, regardless of his intent, or what he wants for her. And Randy just wants what's best for her. So he breaks up the prom and saves the day. It's a rocky flick back and forth. Has a great soundtrack. I started posting songs from the soundtrack during the movie. I remember buying the soundtrack, and there was one song I absolutely loved in the film, Eaten by the Monster of Love by the band Sparks. I remember buying the soundtrack, and I didn't hear the song anywhere on there, and I found out that they had an even more of soundtrack, but it was like $60 or something like that, and I wasn't going to pay $60 for a soundtrack. That's just one I'm going to keep my eye out for, which I've kept my eye out for years now. I remember while I was looking for that one, a friend of mine spent just as long looking for the soundtrack for the film Legend, a soundtrack that she had growing up, but I guess got damaged. I was at a thrift shop and found him. It was like $2 a CD or something like that. So I picked him up, and I think online they're like $60 a piece or something ridiculous. So it's always great to go to a thrift shop and find things like that, or if you're out and about and you're at a location that I guess they don't know the value of what they have, so they mark it at a couple bucks. So it's but yeah, Valley Girl, great flick. Again, I saw this the first time at a midnight movie. This film also stars E.G. Daily, who, if you don't remember, is the voice for Tommy Pickles. And she also had a bit of a music career in the 80s. I think she was the one who did the soundtrack for Better Off Dead, the John Cusack movie. But she plays a character in here. I think she was also, is it Dee Dee or something like that, in Pee-wee's Big Adventure? But, great flick. It's definitely a timepiece. You kind of look back and, people actually acted this way. So they made a sequel about this film, or I guess it's following this one. I'm not sure if it's maybe a reimagining or a reboot or what. I'm not sure. It could just be a sequel. Who knows? Maybe it's their kid and it's like a new modern story. Although I think some of it takes place in a mall like this one does, but I don't know many malls that are really up and really kicking it, except for your really big malls. Like in Nashville, we have Opry Mills, and it's a huge mall with I don't think there are any closed shops in that mall. Whereas you go to there's a mall I grew up going to. It's a dirt mall now. There's nothing there. Half the shops are closed. It's just all empty store spaces. So, yeah. But anyway, great flick. If you haven't checked this out, definitely check it out. It's worth the watch. If you love Nick Cage, it's fun. One of my favorite scenes in this movie is a scene where he's trying to win back Julie, and he's working as a ticket taker, just all these random odd jobs. But he's working as a ticket taker at this movie theater. He's ripping their tickets. He's wearing some 3D glasses, and the guy he's trying to win her over from kind of walks up, not realizing who it is, and he's like, bitchin', is this a 3D movie? Or no, is it bitchin', is this movie in 3D? And Nick Cage is like, no, but your face is. And it gets me cracked up every time. I absolutely love it. And the next guy comes by, he rips the ticket and hands it back to him and says, enjoy the ride. Little fun things like that. But all in all, great flick. I definitely recommend it to anyone out there who hasn't seen it yet. And if you have seen it, what did you think about it? So jot that down in the comments below. Let me know what you thought of this film. If you liked it, if you hated it, or I don't know, if you've never seen it, let me know. And hit that eject button. Got a couple of tired kitty cats down here. Gonna head to bed. Yeah, it took took 7 minutes to rewind this movie. Again, and I don't know, I guess because it's the long play, and I'm sure that there's some sort of cue on the tape that lets the VCR know when it needs to slow down. And since there's not enough tape there to do the speed rewind, it just rewinds on the slow speed the entire time. So, but yeah, as always, thank you for stopping by. Be good to one another, and I'll see you next time. Bye.